Everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas, and this is Connie's Craft Along. I'm from Great Stamping with Connie. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and thank you for joining me this evening. Hopefully you've had a chance to prepare some craft supplies, and you're going to craft along with me this evening. So if you are watching, say hello. Let me know that you are here while I get everything set up and ready to go. Here we are. Okay, so hopefully notifications went out this evening. I know the other day there seemed to be some problems. A couple of people said, I didn't get notified that you were live. Don't ask me why. It's a Facebook thing. Hi, Lorna, welcome. Glad you could make it this evening. So, and I'm sure you are crafting along with me. You usually do. I hope so. So have another card tonight, something different, something new, something I haven't made before. Not necessarily anything completely unique, but crafting. Oh, crafting, but not what I'm doing. Do you have a big project on the go? What are you up to this evening, Lorna? From one of those avid crafters who's always up to something. Lorna does lots of crafting for others, I know. So what's on your agenda for tonight, Lorna, in your crafting world? See if anyone else is going to join us on this Friday night. It is the weekend, and hopefully everybody has some fun activities for the weekend planned, maybe. Not sure, it's supposed to get cold overnight. So making cards for the students in the church. See, look at that. She's always up to something for someone else. Getting a gift card too. Oh, very nice, very nice. I know that the youth at my church are starting to work on organizing a, what did they call it? Oh, Helping Hands auction. So they have asked people to donate handmade items or services. So I, of course, am donating some cards. Hi, Donna, welcome. I'm donating some cards, and then they're looking for, there was someone that was going to donate some taxi services to drive people to appointments or out for shopping or whatever. And they were looking for some handyman kind of people. And anyway, so yes, lots of good stuff going on. And you craft away there, Lorna. I'm glad you're joining us, and glad you're here with us, even if you're not crafting what we're crafting. But maybe this project will inspire you for your next crafting. Okay, so let's switch this over, and we can get started. Okay. So for tonight, if you are crafting along, if you've already cut your pieces, that's awesome. If not, and you're looking to cut them now, here's what you will need. A card base, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. A piece of cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 4, and you could emboss it. That was optional, you don't have to. But if you do have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and you have some embossing folders, embossing is always a wonderful way to go because it just adds a little extra texture. So I have used Pool Party for my card base and Pool Party for this layer, and I have embossed it with the gingham embossing folder. And then you need a piece of cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. A piece of designer series paper that is 3.5 by 2.5. And I have used a piece from the Friendly Hello celebration package, I'll call it. It's a stamp set and a package of 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it's gorgeous. So haven't used it for a few days, so I thought I would pull it out again. Basic white or very vanilla, 2 small pieces or shapes one for an image or part of an image, and one for sentiment. So look, I have gone to my newest favorite dies, the beautiful shapes and these hexagons. And I actually found a little image that will almost completely fit on here. But that's okay. I'm going to just hang it over the edge, and a sentiment that will fit on there. So that will be perfect for this card. And then you need the usuals: stamps, ink, adhesive, a bone folder, paper snips, not sure, but always handy to have nearby. And of course, some embellishments. As Lorna would say, no such thing as too many gems. Bring them on, bring them on. And I am right there with her. Okay, so I will get rid of my Post-it notes because we don't need those getting made into the card. You can start by folding your card base in half on the score line. You can do it now, you can do it later, doesn't much matter, but it's got to get done. So since I had it in my hand, we will just score that and get it ready. And then it's like I might have a little bit of a not best cut in the world here, but so hard once you get it kind of folded. Sometimes it's easier just to trim it square at this point, which I may end up doing. But there we go. Okay, so there's my card base. And then we are going to, what should we start with tonight? Hi, Terry. Ah, you're not too late. We're just getting started. All we've done is fold the card base. But we did go over the ingredients. So hopefully you saw the post on Facebook. But anyway, okay. Maybe we will start with some stamping. And because then, you know, while we're doing next bits, I can I can cut some more if I mess this up, because I didn't cut any extras, and I didn't even mount my my stamps tonight. Oh my, not entirely organized. I thought I was doing so well, but maybe not so much. So I am using stamps from the Prized Peony stamp set. So I'm going to use this small flower, and then I'm going to use the So Sorry for Your Loss. And I did make a couple of sympathy cards the other day because I had found out I needed to send one. I have not found out that I need to send another one today, but I was trying to find one stamp set that had a small image and a sentiment, small sentiment, and this was the first one that I came to that did. So this was the one that that I chose. So okay, so there are our stamps, and because I was using this Pool Party and black paper, I have pulled out my Memento black ink for stamping with. So I think I'm just going to keep this pretty much Pool Party in black. What I did not pull out was a piece of scrap paper. One moment. There we go. Here's a piece we can use because I know this is going to go over the edge. If I can even pick it up. Okay, so the first thing I am going to do is just ink up my flower stamp. It looks very black, but I think it will be okay. And I am going to stamp that right down. It is going to hang over. It is larger than the paper, but yes, Pool Party is a lovely color. It has been around for years and years and years, but it's just a nice blue, light blue staple kind of thing. There we go. Probably could have been up just a notch higher, but I think I'm gonna just go with that, leave it there, quit while I'm ahead. And it gets used in designer series paper. You know, from time to time, we always seem to pull out different colored cardstock depending on what colors are in the designer series paper. So it's nice when they sort of rotated around. It gives us a reason to pull out some cardstock that we maybe haven't used for a while, as is sort of the case with me and Pool Party. I really like it, but you know, when I open my cardstock drawer, I tend to go a little bit more towards the misty moonlight, balmy blue kinds of colors than the Pool Party. The Pool Party is more turquoise. Balmy blue is sort of it's a sky blue, really, sort of a true blue sort of thing. But I do like Pool Party, and Pool Party and Real Red is an awesome combination, and it makes wonderful Christmas cards. I have used Pool Party and Real Red on a lot of snowmen and snowflake kinds of cards over the years. I have no idea whether this is going to be in the middle or not, but we will see in a moment, won't we? Oh, it's lovely. Okay, again, quit while you're ahead. That one worked really well. Okay. So Lorna, I still haven't posted your card. It's on my list of things to do. Lorna sent me a card from something to it. I think it was was it maybe even last week's craft along? I don't remember which event it was now, but she did send me the card that she made, and I need to get that posted so we can inspire others with it. So I will endeavor to get that done very soon, maybe even this weekend. We'll see, but no promises, because tomorrow is our online retreat. So that's very exciting. That will be lots of crafting and things going on there, and we aren't panicking at all. Well, maybe we are just a little. We're not panicking. We're just hoping all goes well. But as crafters, we're all cheering for each other, and I know everybody attending will be very kind and forgiving. Right, Donna? I was going to mention, Donna, that all the make and take tutorials, I think, are now posted on the Facebook page. So if you want to craft along with us tomorrow, you can go in, and all the measurements for the designer series paper are there. You can get that cut so that you're ready to craft with us if you want. Thanks, Lorna. Yes, it will be just fine, and hopefully it will be fun. We'll we'll let you know next week. We'll write a review for how everything went. So I didn't really give you a clue or instructions. I think you got it all done. Oh, look at you, Donna. What a keener, already ahead of the game. But I did attach the designer series paper to the cardstock. So, okay. So then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to attach this piece, the designer series paper on the cardstock, to our base layer, not the card base, the layer that's going on it. And this first card that I'm doing, I am going to do landscape. So I'm going to do it this way. You can do it however you want, but my bird is sitting this way. So my card is going to go this way, but not just straight. I'm going to put him on an angle, just like that. I might even pop them up. No, maybe I'll pop these up. Oh, I didn't color my flower yet. If your image, see, when I don't have if I don't have the clues written down in a PowerPoint that I can just let it play, I'm hopeless, ladies. I'm hopeless. So if your image needs some color, you should do that. So I have my Pool Party Stampin' Blends, and I am just going to start with the light. We're going to have a blue flower. These are kind of white, but this one is going to be blue, and I am just going to kind of color it all over the place. I am using the light Pool Party Stampin' Blend. I didn't get a whole lot of the leaves on here, so it did get some green Stampin' Blends out as well for some leaves, but there's not a whole lot of them showing. That's okay. So there is my light, and then I am going to come in and just going to add in some lines of darker to create some shading in some of these flowers. The petals are quite close together, so I can't really do, you know, a whole line along the bottom of every petal or anything, but we'll just add a little dark and then we'll kind of blend it together. I think that will do. Little light, little dark, little shaded. And I have some green. I said very little green, but I think I'm just going to add a little bit of maybe old olive, not granny apple, I don't think. Dark old olive, just a little tiny bit to use a little green. So it looks like something different. And I am now using the fine tip, and this is dark old olive. Probably could have used the light, but there it is. It's not enough to really worry about. Okay, so now we have a little color on that. That's a good thing. Could have done that after it was all attached, but this will work better. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this designer series paper and cardstock piece to this, and then we are going to just add our little die cut pieces. This is where it gets tricky, because when this is crooked, if you want this straight, I should have done this on a wonky angle. It's, yeah, your eyes play games with you. You have to be very diligent about looking at this line here in line with this line here, and ignore this line here. But anyway, that's okay. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm just gonna throw this down, and we'll go from there. So because I am putting this on a piece of embossed cardstock, I am going to use the liquid glue. You can use tape runner, but when you have embossed cardstock, the liquid glue just tends to get into the little crevices a little bit better sometimes. And this is not a really deep embossing folder because it's just a regular one. It's not a 3D. But if you have really deep embossing, sometimes the tape runner doesn't really stick that well. So I tend to use the liquid glue. There we go. So that is on there, and then we need to attach these guys. We just need to, I think I'm going to pop these up, and maybe I will even let a lot of my designer series paper show. So you can put your image and sentiment pieces wherever you like. They can be right on. I will tell you that I did case this from a card in the catalog, and they had everything right on this piece, but then I'm going to hide my bird. So I'm going to move mine out a little bit. And because I'm, I use the card as inspiration and the idea, but you change it how you like it. That's what casing is all about, isn't it? Take what you like and leave the rest, change it up so that it works. Okay, now I need to put this straight, and then this goes straight. I'm going to assume that's straight. It's no, it's not. Too many angles. It's really, I find it difficult to see. I'm not going to get out a ruler and measure it. I'm just going to assume now that it is straight. straight enough. How's that? There we go. And maybe we'll put this guy, I should get the card straight before I do that. Put him up over the top. See if we have him relatively straight. There we go. And then I think I'm going to pop this whole thing up. Since I have tone on tone, that may work really well. Not that you can't pop it up even if it's different colors, but I find I like it popped when they're both the same color, especially. Never really plan my dimensionals, and then I look at them and I think, oh, look, they're all huddled in the middle. I should move some out. So I pick them all up and rearrange them. Although I didn't pick them all up tonight. I did do that trick the other day, though, didn't I? Yesterday, I guess, in lunch break. But thought I was going to sort of alternate them, and then the piece wasn't really big enough for alternating, and I ended up picking them all up and moving them all after I put them down. Just one of those crazy things we do as crafters, right? or is it only me? I'm going to assume that we all do it. And if we don't do those crazy crafting things, we do other crazy crafting things, right? Hopefully you ladies are all with me. There we go. Okay. It's almost a complete card. Almost. Because of course we have no gems on it yet. So I was thinking, because I had these out yesterday and we didn't use them, but the matte black dots I think would be absolutely awesome. Terry, you're with me. I think you're with me on the crazy crafting things that we do. I'm going to assume that's what you mean. But look, matte black dots. All in favor say aye. Yes, I heard myself say aye, and that's all we have since you guys have to type. Yes, awesome. See? There we go, Lorna. Thank you very much. How many sizes do we have here? These are, I think this is 2 sizes. It looks like these big ones look like they were all the same size. Okay. We'll just go from the bottom and the top then. I assume they are. There we go. Look at that. I like this. It's not centered, or it's not even. So we're just going to move that out so that it's there. Okay. Oh, look, Lorna said aye. Thanks, Terry. I'm glad you think that's cute. It's quick and easy. And I can show you that I cased this from the January to June mini catalog. One of the Valentine cards, actually. So here it is here on page 8. We have this Sweet Talk card. And so they used the gingham folder. They put ink on it, which I did not. I just embossed with it. And then I didn't do quite these same layers. I just did a designer series paper layer. That's stamped, I do believe. Look at the stamp set. Might be a block or a wash. Maybe it's an aqua paint or wash. Anyway, I did not look up the recipe, but I used this for inspiration. And then there was this one little die cut with the sentiment and one with more of an image. So as I had said, they were both on the piece, but I have moved mine out because I wanted to see the bird. Could have colored these flowers too, but I didn't. Next time. Anyway, so that's my case of a card from the catalog. And so I did cut supplies to do another, a little bit different. Same card, same layout, same idea. So I will set this one over here. And bring in the pieces for the next one. And that way, if you cut supplies to craft more than one, you can keep crafting as well. And Lorna, you can keep working on your church cards and we'll just hang out and visit. So I have a thick, basic white card base this time. And this time I think I'm going to do it portrait, just to be different. And I did not use a cardstock layer. I have a piece of designer series paper. This is from the Expressions in Ink designer specialty paper. So yes, which you can tell because of the shiny gold. So I'm going to use that. And then I cut a piece of the pale papaya flowers that have the gold there. So this is, again, the specialty side. We have the green marble on the back, which I thought about using as my background here. And then I did not. Anyway, I have a pale pear, no, pear pizzazz, pear pizzazz for the pale papaya. There we go. Layer this time. So I am just going to put that together and see if there's anything else that I can think of that I should be sharing with you. My February card class, if you have not registered for it and you wish to attend, if you could let me know as soon as possible, but by Sunday noon at the latest. I have cut, I've almost finished cutting the card kits for it, but these will have to go in the mail absolute first thing Monday morning, if there's any hope of them getting out to people by the time of the class. So if you want to register for that and you have not, the class is free if you place a $35 order of anything you want, or you can order just the kit. It is $25 and $5 for shipping if you want just the kit. And if you are a member of Great Stamping Believers team, the card kit is just $10 plus shipping, or you can pick it up at my house. But there are no envelopes. Just know that there are no envelopes, because as a demonstrator, you can order those and then you might as well get the discount and get the credit and all the rest of it. So I thought I would put a butterfly on here. So I cut this butterfly. This is also cut from the Expressions of Ink specialty paper. So there is, I don't know whether you can see or not. Hold it. There is a little bit of gold that has come through in the die cut. And I thought if I put him onto the flower, you would see him. It's a lot of very similar colors. And I did cut another one just because I had the piece of paper and I was in there. I don't know, maybe I should put these off the edge as well. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see as we go. Let's work on the sentiment in the interim. So I just pulled out a strip of cardstock and the shaded summer stamp set, and I was thinking I would just do this for birthday. So I'm just looking for the happy birthday, and that will fit on here. Hopefully relatively straight. Again, I did not have it mounted. And I was thinking Pear Pizzazz. I'm not sure whether that will be too light or not, but let's give it a go. I have a large strip of cardstock. I can stamp a sentiment many times in many colors till we get what we want. And I don't know what I want to do with the ends of this, so I think I am going to go over a little bit. I might be a little high. This is an awfully wide strip of cardstock. I may need to find one that's a little bit more narrow. although there's not a whole lot of extra there, and it's straight. So I'm thinking we go with that. All about whether you get it straight or not. Gold. Yeah. Oh, Lorna, you're all about the bling, aren't you? All the gems and embellishments and the shiny gold. I like your style. And now I have, whoop, thought I'd lost my Stampin' Chamois, but I have found it. Okay. So yeah, yes. Oh, I had pulled this out for this card. This is the pool party sheer ribbon. I don't know that I've really left room for any ribbon. Could have. I think at this point a bow might put it way over the top. Do you ever see that thing on Facebook where it's a mature adult thing talking about how I don't know where the day goes. I got up, got out of bed, and was going to go downstairs and make a pot of coffee, but the dog was barking and wanted to be fed, so I had to feed the dog, and then the dog needed to go out to have a pee, which reminded me that I hadn't brought the garbage cans in from yesterday, so I went out to get those, and then when I came in, I noticed the mail was still sitting on the table by the door, so I took a glance at that, and oh look, there was a letter from Aunt Melba, and so I thought I'd like to read that, so I opened that up and read it, and and it just goes on and on and on, and then she goes, and I still need a cup of coffee. I'm thinking, yes, it's all those squirrels that just get in the way in our lives, isn't it? So what do we think? Could we add? Yeah, I don't think so, right? Yeah, you know what, Terry, it can totally happen. How many times have I, you get distracted, you start doing one thing leads to another thing, and how much time goes by, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to finish this an hour ago. I'm a little torn. You could almost do it, but I don't think it needs it. I think it's just getting to be too many blobs if I go elsewhere. And if I attach it now, I'm looking for balance. This seems very heavy over here. I think I need to skip this bow. I forgot about the bow. I'm sorry, Mr. Card. Maybe I'll have to make another one and use the pool party bow, because this is really pretty ribbon. It has some shimmer to it. It's quite shiny. So actually lovely. But I don't think we have room for it on our card. So what are we going to do with this guy here? I'm thinking tailored tag punch, which I also didn't get out, but my tailored tag punch is always handy. So we'll just put a bit of a chevron at this end. And then if I cut it, I might not need it this long. I may have to trim this, but cut it about there. I'm not sure once I put the chevron on this end whether it'll be even or not, but got to start somewhere. So we'll punch this and then we'll see. Okay, so I think it's fairly even, but it's also fairly large. So I'm not sure I want it quite this big. It's going to take up a lot of real estate on my card, I think. Although then, see, if it's big, I could attach this butterfly. Okay, well, see, maybe that's why that was like that. And the next question is, do we want it this way or the other way? If I do it this way, I'm kind of liking how this is coming together here. I think this will work. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So, did everybody Oh, yeah, no bow. I know. Sort of sad, but I'll use it on the next one. So hopefully everybody remembers where all those pieces were, how they went on, so that when I forget and ask you, you can tell me what goes where, because I just pulled it all apart. So this we had on an angle like this, down slightly. Okay. There it goes, it's going down. And then I am going to put dimensionals on this, I think. Pop him up across, sort of across the bottom area. What else did I have to share with you? Mystery stamping is next week. I will put that together, and the first clue will be in the Sunday email for you. And that's truly mystery stamping because because I write the clues, and then that's all I give you while we're crafting. I don't show you as we do in this craft along kind of fun. And then I think I want these guys popped up. So these are really tiny. Not altogether certain what I can get on there. That's a very tiny piece, but I think I can get a mini dimensional on his head. Something else I also did not get out, but those two are close. There we go. So I think this, I just don't know whether one of these little guys will be enough to hold him. That will fit right there. It's pretty close. You can just need to pull him down ever so slightly. It fits, but just so. It should be right at the bottom, I think. I suppose I could have a little trim. And then I think I almost have to cut one of these in half for the body part. There's a pretty tiny piece of dimensional to cut in half, but anyway, we're gonna do it. See what we get. You know, I don't know. I mean, once it's down, I guess it'll be stuck and it'll probably stay. But very tiny. This is just a little bit fiddly. but it's hidden by the body, so I guess that works. So this this butterfly was die cut from the same paper as I have on the back, but I'm using it with the pale papaya side facing out. So again, I want to get this right down as low as I can. There we go. Okay, so, oh, now just have to make sure it sits on the tag because I popped that up. I think it will be okay. I can sneak him right in there. I'll just turn him on a little bit more of an angle. There we go. And then this guy can sit up here. I think this will work. Kind of, you know what I like most about these nights? I never know where I'm going, and so many times it works out. You guys give me a suggestion or we try something and it just kind of works out. Put him a little bit lower, couldn't I? And then we'll see the flower a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Gonna put it on the card base. I just planned white for this. Is that what we want? Or should it be Pear Pizzazz? I wonder if I should have a color for the card base. I'm thinking maybe Pear Pizzazz. Okay, I don't have that ready either. And I don't know whether I have one of those in my bin. So I am going to grab a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock and make a card base. Okay, just need to get my trimmer here, ladies. Sorry, one moment. Since this was not at all the plan. I had been thinking a white card base, but I'm thinking a little more color will possibly work better. So, trimmer. Oh, I was gonna say somebody bought a trimmer lately. I forgot to tell them that it opens easiest from the top. These trimmers, if you have one, you've probably determined, but it does sort of self-lock when you put it down, and the up near the top is the best place to lift it. If you lift down lower here, it can be, they have this little handle thing here, but it can be quite difficult to, or more difficult to get open. So I find if you do it from right near the top, it works the easiest. Okay, so we'll give that a score. A cut. There we go. Card base. I only need one. Where there's a bone folder in all this stuff that's piling up. Okay. Yes. Yes. Much better on the green than on the white. Don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. I mean, I know you can see the color, but whether you can really determine difference. If the white is okay, it's just kind of flat. It's just sort of there, whereas I think the green makes it pop a little bit more. So we are going with a Pear Pizzazz card base for this one. There we go. Sticky stuff. See if I can get this centered, aligned, straight, all those things. There we go. And now look, we have two butterfly heads that are always, you know, sort of ideal locations for gems. And then we have this whole open area here, just screaming for a gem. Yes, the green is better, isn't it, Lorna? Yeah, it just makes the rest of it kind of pop, I think. So what have I pulled out? So I pulled out some of these matte decorative dots. These are actually old olive, but because of the ombre coloring on them, you can absolutely use them with Pear Pizzazz, because these two lighter ones are very, very much Pear Pizzazz. But I don't know that I want those for the butterflies. I work on the orange one. I'm not positive about the green one. Probably wouldn't show up too much. I often use just the rhinestones, the clear rhinestones on butterfly heads. These are all rather large rhinestones. Do I have any smaller ones around right now? Here's some. Oh, look, we got rhinestones. You know, why have only one sheet on the go when you can have several? So maybe this medium size on here. Oh, look, it's on clear. That's kind of handy for seeing how it would look. That might almost be too small. big one? Big one looks kind of big. We'll go with the smaller size, but then I could put a big one over here. So I think that's what we'll do. We will abandon these for tonight. And I don't know, I've got so many sheets on the go, but I'll put this guy right on here. Then I need this size for the butterfly heads. It's a little better size. Big enough to be seen, small enough not to dominate. How's that? There we go. There. So I've kind of put silver on gold, but it's clear. So I think it's okay. It's how it's going to be. So there we go. I kind of had my gem fixed tonight because yesterday ended up we only used one gem on the card. And one card had none. So now I'm back feeling better. What are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Oh, I need more, Lorna. Tell me why you're screaming. Who are you screaming at? What are you screaming? Who are you screaming at? Okay, so there we go. 2 cards. I don't know how many you cut. That was all I cut. How are we doing for time? What do we got going on here? 8:18. Oh, look at that. 10 minutes to spare. Not even, oh yeah. Well, more than 10 minutes. 12 minutes. Okay, so I have no more crafting to do. I'll just do this. Replace. Oh, here. Maybe again, I will just add the spotlight and then you can still see the cards. But I'm back. There we go. So I don't know if you saw the post I put up on Facebook just within the last half hour. Oh, look at the thumbs. Gotta love the thumbs and the hearts. Thank you, everyone, for that. I appreciate it. I put a post up on Facebook. It's on my Great Stamping page just about half an hour before this started to show that painting has started in the craft studio. Ooh, it's very exciting. So it's a very dark blue, gray blue. Anyway, but the room is really bright, especially during the day. I have lots of natural light in there, and it's a huge room, and it's going to have a white ceiling and white trim. So I think that it will be okay. It is very dark though, so we'll see. But anyway, it's coming along. The craft studio will be. I will be moving back in there, not just yet, soon-ish, and then hopefully I'll have a little better light on me and I won't be sitting half in the shade and you won't have to stare at my furnace behind me and all that. But anyway, that is coming in the future, the not too terribly distant future. So I think that's everything for tonight that I have. Thank you all for joining me. And if you would like to share this video with some of your other crafting friends, or just, share it on Facebook. Who knows who your crafting friends are? Maybe you don't even know who your crafting friends are, but share it on your Facebook page. I would appreciate that. And maybe we'll all meet some new friends to craft with. So thank you very much for your comments. I'm glad you like the cards, everyone. And we will see you. Well, I'll see some of you tomorrow, and then Monday and stuff, but I will be back here next Friday for Connie's Craft Along again. So have an awesome weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.